edge going into this matchup, knowing that you've embarrassed Tote?
Well, I think the main problem is that if his teammates are going to look at him during the game or something like that, there's probably going to be problems of communication. But no, I mean, it's a great mental edge to know that I won that bet.
All right, all jokes aside though, get right, going into this matchup, you know, you're playing the current major champions, you know, as a former major champion yourself, I'm sure that you're pretty used to playing top competition, but what are you thinking going in playing these guys?
What do I think about it?
Yeah, I mean, is it intimidating at all? Are you thinking these guys are the best? What's the thought process?
Well, every teams out there are a good team, and we don't really think any different against ex-opponents, so it doesn't really matter. We just want to show up and have a good game, basically.
And yeah, like I said, and kind of like how I mentioned to TSM, you guys are on top at the moment. You guys are arguably the best team in the world. Can that play against you? Can that play into the wrong favor?
Yeah, always. I think when you reach a good level, it's always harder to just stay there when people are chasing after you. Especially facing NIP, we've had struggles against them in the last game, so we're going to need to play our A game if we want to beat them.
Because you have been at the top before, you have arguably in the past been the top team in the world, and then there was a bit of a slump, but hopefully maybe this time that won't happen.
Yeah, well, we're going to see. I mean, we have to play our best, and practice wasn't perfect, but yeah, we have to bring our best headshots, and playing NIP on the first run is going to be our first big test.
Of course, yeah, recently, NIP, over the past year or so, it's been an interesting journey for you guys, and going into the future, there's some uncertainty as to what's going on. But for this competition, are you guys, you know, focused and ready to go?
Yeah, we are. We have been practicing fully for this tournament, and we feel that we are pretty prepared for this.
Yeah, have you been, like, was there any boot camping, or was it just online you were making sure that you were scheduled and ready to play when everyone else was?
Just online, so no boot camp this time, but I mean, I think we're ready for it.
And so this tournament, the prize pool is, you know, equivalent to the major. What's it like competing in a tournament that's at that same level in terms of value, but not necessarily Valve sponsored, etc.?
Well, I mean, we're going to give it all. We're on a quite good streak for our tournaments with the team. Yeah, we just want to keep it going. It's all about proving time and time again to just be the best, and that's our main goal. That's always going to be our main thing, proving that we belong to play against the best. And yeah, it's more of a pride thing than money thing.
All right, well, guys, best of luck. If you want to shake hands, yeah, give the guys a round of applause. They're going to head back into their booth, and we are going to take the show over to the desk.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, Paolo. And, you know, you're not going to phase Get Right wearing a wig after all the stuff he's been through in NIP. That's one of the least humiliating things that's happened to him all year. So anyway, this is a great game. I mean, if you rewind it a little bit further back, worthy of a final in a lot of ways, and here it is as an opening kind of gambit. EnVyUs, as I said,
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Rewind it perhaps a bit further back than recent times, but certainly NIP. We talked about this. They're playing with this YOLO style right now. You know, they don't seem to care. Contracts are up for negotiation at the end of the year. Whether they'll stay within the organisation or not, we don't know. But obviously, everything to play for if they want to, and they need to put themselves in the shop window. Seems to have made them a bit more formidable. They had some very good results. I'm thinking of the TSM result at the major of late, and of course, EnVyUs will find this a stern test. Usually, when these two played, you know, it's historically a close game. So, what are your thoughts about this?
I mean, obviously they haven't played deep in tournaments for quite a while. We're talking like the early summer, last time they really played like in a final type scenario. But interestingly, you might not think this, think about all the top teams when I reeled up before about how the good side of EnVyUs, if it's going to be their era, all the teams they've beaten, actually they've lost to NIP in a number of the mass matches offline. So it does feel like this could be a weird dark horse for them to play against. And in terms of the veto here, Overpass is an obvious ban for NIP. That's like an auto ban basically. Cobble's one that they haven't embraced. In general, they don't play the actual custom maps, but it's interesting that they've allowed Train. Obviously, they didn't have to ban it because EnVyUs has done them the favor of doing that. EnVyUs don't play Train, but EnVyUs also don't play Overpass. So actually, NIP's done them a favor there. They've both kind of eliminated each other's there. Dust 2's a map that, I mean, it's not an EnVyUs map at the moment, but NIP's been favoring it, and so in the end, we've ended up on Mirage, which is quite a weird map when you think of the fact that neither of these teams historically really known for this map, and particularly in terms of NIP, not really a map that more recently you'd think of them playing. You know, EnVyUs have been flirting with it a bit.
Yeah, the thing is, out of the last 6 maps these two teams played against each other, NIP actually won 5 of those 6 maps. The only map they lost was actually Mirage. It was in the FACEIT online part. They lost it 16-10. You're right. Both teams don't play either Overpass or Chain, so they were like pretty fair. We're gonna ban one, you ban the other one. I'm kind of surprised that NIP decided they had the option to choose in the end between Mirage and Inferno. I'm a bit surprised that they went for Mirage because it's been a map that historically they haven't played it as much. They tried to pick it up here and there, but they haven't had much success on it. While on the other hand, Envy picked it up lately, and they've been much more successful than NIP has, even beating Navi a couple of times on Mirage, which is one of Navi's strongest maps.
So we've got the EnVyUs guys there. Duncan, if you want to quickly just run from left to right, tell us about.
So yeah, on the very left we've got Kiyashima, who at this point in time, he's kind of taking the second entry role. He works with Apex in kind of a unit there, whereas he used to be forced into the main entry role in the old lineup. Then we've got Kenny S, probably the best player again in this team. One of the best players in the world again. He was an MVP candidate at the major, was pretty much the best player there. Main dedicated AWPer, and he's moving back into that role again after rifling for a while. In the middle, Happy, the in-game leader, but he's more of an in-game leader who's the fragging in-game leader. He's not the mastermind tactician style. Then we've got Apex to his right, who's a dedicated entry player. He really is one of those guys. He's going to go in every time, first of all, and he's going to think he's going to get the kills as well. So very much a confidence-based player. And on the right, we've got kind of the Swiss Army knife for the team, as it was. The guy who can do a bit of everything, and it's almost like he has to kind of figure out the temperature. What do I need to do in this sort of game to facilitate the number of other stars I've got? Because everyone else in his team has been a superstar player at some point in time in the last year, 2 years. So for MBK, he doesn't have to do that role. He can on occasion, though. That's what makes him unique. He has that backup quality where he can also carry.
Yeah, and had some ridiculous rounds lately. MBK, for me, really standing out as one of the best players pound per pound. Anyway, Fifth, tell us about your old teammates in NIP.
Okay, starting on the left-hand side, Freiburg, their entry fragger, used to be a lot better than he is right now, and I think actually now, moving forward, probably for the past 8 or 10 months, he hasn't actually been performing at all, doing his role as an entry fragger. I do believe that they actually had a massive talk about that, though, because one thing that I commented a few tournaments ago was that when you have an entry fragger like Freiburg, is that you don't want to like give him the choice of buying nades if he doesn't want to. He's supposed to have his weapon up at all times, give him a head armor and full armor, and just have, for example, like Sis to help him out flash forward. Just let him do the groundwork for you to open up the site. Now I think we're going to see a different Freiburg this tournament. At least I'm hoping so.
Isn't there something like, wasn't there some rumor at one point in time he was even in-game leading or something?
I think they just tried it online.
Okay.
But, you know, move back to Cluj-Napoca, what we were saying about Freiburg there, you know, it doesn't really suit him too much. Forrest, obviously, one of the second star player on the team, great aimer, probably one of the better ones in the world. If you just compare to just strictly pure raw talent, Forrest exists obviously in game leader for NIP, also now doing somewhat of a support kind of role for him. Cam Frag as well, very solid, very solid player overall. And then Alu, obviously their latest audition. Well, it's not really, you know, that new anymore, but you know, he's the newest recruit of NIP, their main AWPer. From Finland, very good player, I'd say. Probably as of late, probably the second best player in NIP. Always shows up to big games, never really a problem. And then obviously the last guy, don't really need to talk too much about him. It's Get Right.
Yeah. So we're about ready to go into the game. So quick predictions, gentlemen. Again, Fifth Lauren, I'll start with you and work my way in.
I think that NIP did a good job in vetoing Inferno, considering Envy, when you have NBK so good on that B-bomb side, it makes sense to veto that map. Mirage is a little bit shaky though. I wanted to say NIP when I saw the first map, but now I'm thinking it's Mirage. Envy, they had time to practice, they didn't go to IEM. I think Envy might take this one 16-10.
Janko?
Yeah, I have to agree with Fifth. I think this is the EnVyUs map for sure. I hope this is going to be close. I've been wrong with all the other predictions. So
it's not been a good day being an analyst.
For a close game, you can expect maybe some nicked magic here in Sweden.
Yeah, I think it will be EnVyUs. I thought, depending on the map, it might have some edge going into it, but I think both teams are not solid enough on Mirage that I think overall the talent of EnVyUs will win out.
Yeah, I think that's a fair summary. Anyway, thanks for your thoughts, gentlemen. We'll be back after the game. Now, without any further ado, we need to get into it. It's going to be EnVyUs versus NIP. It's going to be brought to you by Anderson Stemler. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you very much. And here we go into the match. It's going to be on Mirage, and what a game it's going to be. Sam, I noticed nobody on this supposed analyst desk actually managed to mention the crowd. That sixth player on the team. This is where NIP have done some pretty amazing things in the past.
That's the thing, man. This is their home turf, Anders, and does the home turf advantage. We've brought it up several times in the past, and NIP are always the ones who seem to come through big at DreamHack. DreamHack winner 2014, DreamHack winner, DreamHack, just like DreamHacks everywhere, man. NIP are the team that always seem to deliver here.
Yeah, and I noticed the crowd has been showing up as well. I said
there's a wild Richard.
No, but I mean, the crowd has really shown up. There was a sort of a lack of people earlier today. Now every seat seems to be full, which is amazing.
Dude, every seat they're standing all the way back as well, man.
Yeah, and I think we've got more floor space than we've ever had at DreamHack for Counter-Strike, and still, it's not quite enough. So, eventually just build a whole new arena and just show Counter-Strike in it a full week.
It's the next logical step.
It has to be. Well, we're going to get into it here. It's Envy starting on the terrorist side. It will be NIP on the CT side here. And looking like a lot of armor for Envy. Only a couple of flashbangs here, and they're setting up quick towards the B-bomb side.
Yeah, and Happy's already ready to catch the rotators as they come over from the A side. NIP, unfortunately, caught with 4 players on the A side. It's all down to Get Right, and he's going to get caught by MBK immediately. This opens it all up now for Envy. They can get into the afterplant positions that they want. It's going to be tough here for NIP to get this site back, Anders.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, they've got the kit, they've got a little bit of a grenade there as well on Alu, but Envy, they're not showing themselves very much. This is very smart play here. Just a bit of a peek to gather some information, but this is a tough round here. Freiburg picking up a good headshot on Kiyoshima, but that might be it. Forrest going to take down MBK as well as still going to be Envy, allowing through that bomb side. Double kill for Kenny as well. And I love it. This is exactly what I identify with Envy, Probably some players on the team asking, what should we do? Anything elaborate? Do smokes and everything? And Happy's like, no, throw flashbang and kill Swedes, and that's it.
Dude, the Vikings, they found their blades blunted, right? I mean, they do go for the buy here, though, NIP. 4 SMGs picked up for EnVyUs. You kind of thought that they had some inside info that NIP would not be going for the Kevlar, but that's not the case. What's weird, okay, no, Alu didn't invest in Kevlar either, so he's going to be prioritizing that AWP Exist as well. And there you go, Exist with the Deeg. Going to take out MBK and Get Right up on the balcony. Will remove Happy. Just like that, Anders, blink of an eye. It's a 3-on-5.
Oh, don't tell me NIP are about to Envy. That would be interesting. That's exactly what Envy do all the time. Lose the pistol round and win the follow-up round. Right now, they've got nothing but SMGs left. Against this now pretty heavy 3 armor, 1 AK, and some pretty good pistols. It's not going to be too easy. Walking around with that P7 and Exist is going to be going down. A headshot straight on there. And no head armor for him, and he was going to be gone instantly.
And they got the AK back out of that as well. Apex is going to be pretty happy about that, but then the backstab comes in from Get Right. They collapsed on Kiyoshima up into B apartments. And in the meantime, Envy, they've traded sites. They've gone to the A site. They're going to get the bomb plant. In a 2-on-4 situation now, they have to hold Apex. He's got eyes on it. He's not going to hit the headshot on the man holding stairs. And he's going to lose his teammate, Kenny, who tries to go into CT. It's Apex, and it's all on him, and it's not going to be good enough. NIP, they win the force buy. They take the second round of this map.
Some historic justice almost, you think, How many times has Envy done this in the past to other teams? Well,
go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, now the question is, can NIP withstand what's coming up? Because obviously Envy are going to buy. They don't care.
Well, this is why, the analysts are trying to look at this from an objective point of view, but I think this is all a matter of the heart, Anders. NIP, they're on home turf, and they don't care anymore. There's like, you know what? So long as we go into this to play and have fun, it doesn't matter. Win or lose, it's all going to be a good time. And that's when NIP are at their most dangerous. As soon as NIP starts seeing that light at the end of the tunnel where they think they're going to win, that's where they crumble. We saw that at Cluj in the semifinals versus Na'Vi. So here in this match right now, NIP have nothing to lose. I think all the pressure is actually on Envy because they're going to be the ones worried, okay, great, now Get Right, Forrest, these guys are going to be hitting shots, as we clearly see here after that second round.
Well, they're going to be pushing into the bomb site here. Get Right setting up with a MAC-10, charging through the smoke, and it's going to be NBK going down Forrest, and Get Right once again. Kenny with a bit of a reply, had the only Galil here on the team. Happy in the middle, and Kenny taking one more headshot. Want to come back into the round. Happy getting Alu killed as well, and it's going to be up to Freiburg now in a 1 versus 2. What a turnaround here for the Frenchman. And, well, Freiburg, he's going to have a hard time clutching this one. He's got the kit and not a whole lot else. He's currently got a UMP picked up, and they're even going aggressive, and Happy is going to shut it down. Triple kill with the Tech 9. That's how you do things, Samler.
I like how Envy are also just like, you know what, let's show you how it's done real quick, boys. You know, you might have got it in the last one where it was kind of slow and ponderous. No, in this round, Envy just go crashing onto that A site. Happy, though, with a triple kill, double for Kenny. And those were the 3 first kills for Happy as well. He had a bit of a cold start to this map. We're still waiting for Q to get on the board. But that's the way to do it.
He was saving himself, you know?
Then what's crazy is that Nip just come right back into it. 3 rifles and an AWP glass cannon for Forest. This might catch EnVyUs off guard. Are they really going to be expecting a sniper rifle in mid?
Yeah, right now it seems like the 2 teams, they've grabbed each other's collars and they're just pounding on each other. Like no one, it's not much style here. Just buy and try and kill people. Well, it is looking pretty good so far here. 2-1. We'll see if Envy, if they can close this one out, then they're going to win the initial battle and close down NIP's economy, and that'll be great for the Frenchman. He is. Forest, though, kicking off Kenny. What a good start.
Yeah, that is it right there. And while, yeah, you're right, this is the game of YOLO. Who's going to go all the way, and who's the first to crack? The team that's going to crack, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. And right now, Forest, he is able to stay alive. They're trying to hunt him down, but that's going to cost him. Freiburg finds Kiyoshima. And now it's down to 3 players left alive here for Envy. They're trying to pinch onto this site. And look at Get Right. This is just doing Get Right things. Hiding in the corner. They have no idea he's here. He lines them up, and Happy point blank is going to take him out, though. But it's still a 2-on-4. This shouldn't be a situation that Nip can lose, especially when they have bomb control.
Oh, you're absolutely right here. Apex spraying from a distance, but it's not going to work out in NIP. They bring it right back, so we're just going to continue to trade rounds. There is a big difference here, though. Apart from Kenny crashing.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's also the fact that Envy did not get the bomb down. So that $800 bonus that very often inspires them to continue to buy, not going to happen this time around. NAC. What a great sign. Well played.
Saw Hiko outside. Walked by. He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
You know what's as well is Thanksgiving, isn't it? So.
Oh, man.
What do Liquid have to be thankful for? Can we go there?
A swift, merciful end.
Too soon. Yeah, it ended quickly. It's true.
Painless. Oh wow! Look at this ending. This is like pure envy.
Yeah.
Just oh, we lost the round. Ah, shucks. I guess we'll just go after. We'll just have to get some Tech 9s, Kevlar, nades, and just go for it.
Exist trying to guess the grenade a little bit early, but he's got the right idea. They are going to go for an A push here, and the setup is looking all right for NIP because Envy don't have a lot. They can actually sort of afford to give up the bomb site and just play for the retake. They don't have to sacrifice themselves on the initial attack here.
Well, this is good on the timing for Envy because they just got figured out. NIP, they've been pushing into B apartments, so they knew nobody was there. It is going to be this A execute, and NBK hits a crucial headshot on to Get Right. Apex follows it up, taking out Exist. He could get another as well. Freiburg is gone. But then there's Forrest and there's Alu. They managed to just barely bringing it back. It's going to be all on Kenny now in a 1v2, and at least he has the bomb this time.
Yeah, and he's actually playing it for the win as well. He wants to see if he can find a way through, sneaking in, and Forrest is there to pick it up. So I would say NIP losing a few too many members in that round, but they made it work. They won it. And I think part of the reason is they stay and try and fight, whereas as soon as they realize that Envy only have Tech 9 and armor, let them get the bomb down. It's fine. Just stay alive and then retake the bomb site. You've got all the equipment, and they have nothing left at that point. They used everything to get into the bomb site, so just play it like that. But they made it out 3-2, and for once, Envy, well, hesitate to say ecoing, because we've kind of bought a little bit here, but as close as Envy will ever get to ecoing.
Yeah, right? I mean, Happy still goes for the Kevlar with his dig.
Yeah, because why not?
Because why not? I mean, if he can take a fight, we all know what Happy can do with the Deagle. And they are going for a pretty standard approach here. Envy, 2 guys through underpass, 2 through top mid, collapse onto top mid, hope for a sandwich, and see if they can't find some way onto the A side here through connector. And Get Right, he's in the key position here, and he is going to get run down. 2 guys facing him. He does spray 1, turns it around. Get Right with the double, just barely staying alive, down to 16 HP. And then Forrest is there to take out Apex as he tries to push up Cat. Everything is panning out nicely here for NIP. Just got to keep their cool, and Forrest with pistol work like that, it's going to work out just fine.
Crucial double kill for Get Right, and that's so important. They were about to lose both the entry frags there on the NIP side. That would have probably spiraled around out of control. Happy, armor or not, he's going to go down to Forrest, who's AWPing, which is a real delight as well. Forrest AWPing, and now Alu's going to pick up a second AWP, so we've got the double AWP in play. But you know what? When you're playing against Kenny, you might actually need 2 AWPers to shut him down.
Yeah, look at this. And what's so great about it is then, yeah, get right. He's constantly falling back to the left. So NBK, he's taking shots, but his shots they're going into the wall.
Plus, if I'm not mistaken, I think NBK got flashed from short just as he peeked connector there. Oh, they line up, and NBK almost goes down, but they will get the frag on Alu in the middle. That could have been almost, what, a triple tag there?
Oh, that was confusing. That was way too quick.
I actually would love to see that in slow motion, because that was a lot of people grouped up all at once. Well, it's mid-control for the Envy side, and they've got the bomb drop down there, so just trying to see if they can lure another couple of NIP members out here. You see NBK, they really want someone to peek, and Freiburg almost going down. Actually, he's going to get the refrag there, so it's going to be 4-on-4 now.
Talk about the big play right there. And now this is going to be Kiyoshima trying to set up a little bit of control, but Get Right's already past that smoke. They don't have to worry about it. He takes a peek, he takes the Apex down low, but then he won't be able to follow it up. Kyo's going to take him out. And it is now going to come down to the man on the site for us with the AWP. Starts off strong by taking out Apex. Going to line it up for the second man on stairs. Looks for the shot, but Kenny's too quick. Existence CT, though, has to fall back, and we're into a 2-on-2. 40 seconds left, and the bomb getting planted for the open, and they don't have the angle. Look at this shot. Freiburg with the double spray, and he takes out Kenny first as well. Forrest is like, yeah, that's right. That's how it's done.
I can't remember the last time I've seen Forrest like that. He usually just has a smile on his face, and that's it. He is looking fierce right there, and the timing for Freiburg, obviously God tier.
Impeccable. He gets in there just as that bomb is getting planted, and it looks like he caught Kenny in the side of the head. Kenny obviously expecting some kind of push out of CT. So it just worked out perfectly there for Freiburg to come in and save the day. EnVyUs, though, because of that bomb plant, they will be able to go for the buy here, as we can see. Kenny obviously not having the money for an AWP. So just flat Tech 9, 4 rifles, good nade count for Envy. So NIP aren't out of the doghouse yet.
Right now, it's Forrest top fragging. It's going to be the other AWP this time. Another double up set up here. Alu picking up the first shot and taking down Kiyoshima. So 4 versus 5 here. And if they can shut down this round NIP, then Envy should be back on another eco. And they could start to build a really solid sort of foundation here for the first half. NBK going to be charging through the Galil and checking out ladder room. Not going to find anyone. Exists right around the corner, and he gets a bullet to the face. But Freiburg is going to refrag Alu there as well. And well, Happy, there's not a lot that he could do here.
And Freiburg's already ready and waiting as well. Just looking to see. And Happy, he's going to try and set up for that short flash. Nobody there, though. Instead, I'm just wishing. Yeah, there you go, Freiburg. Oh, well, Forrest gets the kill. But that was a very solid hold indeed for NIP. And yeah, Envy clearly were just trying to force things. You saw those aggressive flashes around the corners. They were constantly trying to just push up on short behind the flashes, and they just kept getting whittled down. It looked like an imperfect smoke up in a connector. I think that was the issue, because they did go so far as to put the smoke down, so they should have been thinking, well, we can walk up here for free, now they can't see us. But I think there was a gap on the right, because still somebody manages to pick up a kill from A side on them. So I think that's where it kind of fell apart for Envy. They're like, oh, crap, you know, they're caught halfway, where they can't back up, they can't push forward, and, well, that's what happens. NIP, they just whittle them.
Well, now, I'm wondering what the timeout is for here, if it's a technical or tactical one, because 6-2, I mean, it might not extend. I wouldn't say now is like an optimal time necessarily for Envy to take a tactical timeout, if that's what they're doing. Still a bit early days, I think. 6-2 scoreline. But NIP sort of withstanding the initial Envy, you know, force buys and just continuous buys, which is where almost I think every team loses to Envy. You can, I mean, not the whole match, but a lot of the matches with the Envy play, they're decided within the space of the first 6 rounds, because even though it looks like you're doing well, they just keep buying, they finally break you, and then they take over the game.
Well, look at how dangerous they are with the Tech 9s. Every time they seem to have one in their hands, boom, they're getting headshots all over the place, and they're so aggressive getting into connector, getting into CT, just trying to find those fights and take them, and it is the tactical pause from Envy. Myself, I'm not totally against this, because I think that Envy right now are thinking, right, so we've gone for the bully tactic, that hasn't worked, now we need to start thinking with our heads, we need to start figuring out where to go on this map. What are the weaknesses we've spotted so far?
So if it was any other team, I would be totally down for it, but it doesn't seem like the way that Envy would normally play does it. They would just keep doing it, just continue for a long time.
Maybe we're seeing a level of maturity out of Envy we're not used to, right?
Could be. Everybody grows up at some point.
Right? Because, I mean, there are teams out there who do tend to wait too long before going in with the
Just to point this out as well, for anyone who's new and watching and wondering why we keep bringing up this tendency of Envy's to buy and do it a lot, is because almost no other team does it.
Yeah.
It's sort of out of the norm of the sort of economic theory of Counter-Strike, but They have won 2 major championships with it. You can't really question it too much. It's just that a lot of other teams are having a hard time making it work. Fnatic did it for a while as well, but I've sort of tried to scale back on it a little bit, it seems. At least on the Pronax reign. The question is what happens now. It's going to be very interesting to see, actually. We're back in the game here. 9th round is coming up, and NIP definitely on home turf here with a 4-round lead.
And I like this setup from Envy. Just a few flashes, a few smokes. Gonna keep it real simple. A little bit early on that HE, but it will still catch Kiyoshima, who didn't have Kevlar. Flash goes out, and that's gonna be a nice one. Freiberg is set up. He's gonna mow him down. Only one. How do they get that kill back so quickly? Shot is gonna be missed by Forrest. He's gonna go for the repeat, missed that one as well, and there's a little bit of pressure on him at this point. He's gotta be worried about getting shot in the back, but the line is being held from Kitchen, and Get Right, he's the one who's gonna put a stop to it. They will get the bomb plant, Envy, but now it should be a very easy cleanup here for NIP. There it is. Apex misses the 1 dig. Kenny holding from bench. He's the last man alive here, and wow, okay, it exists out of nowhere.
So I think that was a very sound decision from NIP. They basically say, okay, we lose Freiberg early on, and instead of trying to throw more people in to stop them from putting the bomb down, we're just going to get a couple of kills as they get in. Okay, they get the bomb plant fine, but we win the round with 4 members surviving. That's such a better decision than, you know, trying to see if you can fight it and maybe almost losing the round.
This is bizarre. Happy going for the AWP instead of Kenny.
Could it be? Did he spawn close to mid? I think he did, yeah. So I think it's
It'll be a swap.
Spawn up, yeah. Well, he's not even going to run for it, so I'm not really sure what the idea is. But he did spawn close to middle.
Yeah, Kenny was also ahead of him, so this was a little wonky. All right, well, we'll see if he can get any luck. He takes it up into apartments instead. Smoke goes down, so this pretty much renders this off useless for the time being, at least. And now there's the mid challenge. Force misses that shot. That could have been a big one. And so Envy now are going to have control of mid. And look at this. They're just going to go barreling straight up against Alu's AWP. Up close, in connector, and he takes 2 with them. Big kills coming out from the Finn.
Very nicely done indeed. Exist in a really bad spot, though. He's going to go down. Forrest showing up, and this time he's going to hit the shot now. We get into another one of those 2 versus 2. The bomb plant all the way in the back. Kenny's going to make it happen, and it's a bit of a role reversal. Kenny with the AK, happy with the AWP, and we'll see there's no grenades left for an NIP except this one flashbang here, and the bomb is out in the open a little bit, at least from the apartments here. Kenny looking for the shot. Forrest takes down Happy, and it's going to be Freiberg with a headshot as well. Great retake coming into it, and these are Get Right reacting as well. Everybody on NIP seems to be fired up, and that is now 8 rounds for the Swedish team here. Wow.
All the Dip fans in the crowd right now. And that's also got to be that feel-good moment, right? You know, for NIP, where it's just like everything goes right. They got the whole place blowing up for them. They can't feel like they aren't going to get stopped here. Now they're really starting to mess around. Scar 20, double AWP. And this is Get Right picking up Scar 20. Does this bring back memories?
A little bit.
Oh, wow. Going so far as to have the rifle juggle as well. This is going to get nasty.
And they're setting up for an A play. Oh, no, Envy. This could end very badly here for the French team. I mean, we've got 3 people setting. Actually, the bomb is over at B right now, so it might be a bit of a fake coming out, unless they're going to try and run the bomb through underpass, which is such a scary thing to do. If the bomb dies down there, then the round sort of crumbles. So either way, Envy are taking a bit of a risk here, I would say. Oh, shot actually hits on Kiyoshima. Very nearly down.
Oh no, this HE. Not gonna do it. Just 1 point of health left on him. Get Right looking to get lucky, and he's gonna get caught in the back of the head. He still takes 1 with him, and Freiberg over on the B side in the meantime is removed Happy. They know what's up now at this point. They know that the bomb is up in B apartments. Rotation is coming out from NIP, and Freiberg doesn't need the help. Shuts down NBK and leaves Kenny all by his lonesome over here, wondering what the hell happened in T-Spawn. 40 seconds left, and well, I guess Envy, I mean, they're gonna be taking advantage of this time to just talk over everything again, trying to figure out what they need to change.
Wow. Number of members surviving is what we're being shown here by our very cool observers, and for NIP it's not looking too bad. That's part of the reason why the economy is the way that it is. To sell that fate, though, I mean, it's pretty convincing, because you're going to see 3 smokes coming into the A bomb site, and once you see all those 3 smokes, you'll call it out. It's very unlikely that it's going to be a fake to be at that point in time. That only happens like very rarely. So it's not unlikely that NIP made the call and said, all right, 3 smokes are in, it's going to be an A push, let's go. But Freiberg being the crucial man there, getting both those kills, and Penny trying to save the AWP close range, and he just barely does it. That's so close.
Oh, Freiberg is not happy about that. Saved by the bell. Oh, he was way too close. One bullet probably did it there. Kenny knows he got off lucky. But it's ticking down, and they will just have the money for a buy in this round, Envy. It's starting to get to that danger zone, though. They really need to get another round on the board here, Envy. 9-6 would be ideal. I mean, that'd still be all right for Envy, but still, they need to pick up 4 rounds, the last 4 rounds in this half. And so far, Nip are just looking indomitable. And again, Envy, quick pressure into mid, looking towards Connector, hoping to find Alu, but he isn't around. Instead, they're playing passive from the site this time.
They're getting quite close up here. I mean, this is a lot of map control for Envy without having fouled anyone, but Gerard gonna hit the headshot, and Freiburg playing over here, trying to put some bullets, which gotta be really careful. I think he realizes MBK is right around the corner, a couple of flashes in, and MBK was always gonna win that fight. Freiburg just having no idea that he was that close. So now it's 4 versus 4 with still a minute left.
Close call, NBK peeking while reloading. He gets punished, get right. He's not gonna have any of that noob stuff here. And down to 15 HP, might eat that nade. Yes, well, and Kiyoshima finds the shot, so nicely done there. They bring it back to a 3-on-2, Envy.
And look at NIP right now. They don't even know where the bomb is, so it's really hard. I mean, apart from the fact that they have a double AWP set up to try and obviously go for what's going to be a retake here with the bomb heading into B, but they're also going to waste a lot of time even being at this A bomb site. They see Happy, which is probably going to confirm to them that something is happening, and Happy just has to stay alive here, and he'll be doing his team a really big favor. But finally, the bomb is going to be going down, but so much time wasted here. And now, if they go and retake, then they're sandwiched in between Happy.
That was a very good read by Forrest. He had already started rotating over towards Kitchen, even before that bomb went down. So he'll be able to get in here fairly quickly, but Kenny's already lined up. Excellent shot by Kenny. He's going to get the follow-up as well. Easy. Give him a stuffed teddy bear. He's at the fair just taking shots, Anders. So, there it is. EnVyUs. It's close, but they managed to get a 3rd round on the board. NIP have money for days, no worries there. So now the question is, well, money for days. Some of those AWP Scar 20 buys really tapped into it. I thought NIP had a bit more than what they've currently got after this buy. So this is big. This round right here is going to mean a lot. If NIP were to lose it, they might be in forced buy situations.
Yeah, but this is so cool, isn't it? So they stray away from the double AWP and Scar 20 stuff, then they go for something that they haven't done yet, which is the aggressive push into underpass. So they're really trying to vary their defense enough that EnVy are going to have a hard time calling exactly what's going on. Alu missing a shot that was a bit of an open shot, probably could have hit it here. Happy's very low on health, and he could be going down any second. So EnVy, if they lose this round, then we could be looking at a 12-3 finish for NIP, and that would be huge.
Well, somebody's getting shot. NBK with the wallbang on to exist. Spots the man out on short as well, so Forrest nowhere to hide. He's going to try and dunk an HE in there, but it's not going to be good enough. Man advantage now for EnVy with a minute left on the clock, all the time in the world. And Get Right just not quick enough there to spot the man moving up in connector. He's going to be in a bit of a tight spot all the way in the back of the corner here. On the site, and NBK taking out Forrest as well. The rotator's getting caught out. This is falling apart now for NIP.
Wow, Get Right would have to go pretty big right now. They're all coming for him. He's trapped in a really bad corner. He's gonna hit the first headshot though, and they know exactly where he is. Spraying long range, not quite getting it, but he shoots down Happy as well. Now it's a 1 versus 2, right back from a 1 versus 4. Gonna be running in. He has no idea to check the corner, and he goes down. NBK, 1 bullet would have done it. Instead, it's NBK picking up a quad kill, and EnVy winning a very important round for themselves.
Swiss Army knife, as Thorin, dubbed him on the analyst desk. And a lot of the time when it comes to crunch time for EnVy, NBK is the one who steps up and starts carrying the load. If Apex is having a slow game, Kenny, you can always look to NBK to be that consistent player. Well, everybody pretty much, apart from the one. Kenny is sitting on single digits right now for EnVy, so it is about time for them to wake up. NIP, though, they're going to go for it, Anders. No hesitation, straight full buy for them. They have the AWP on force, but then the rest of them just trying to put a piecemeal anything, get something going for themselves. And again, NIP changing it up. They actually get the bomb at top mid, but a double push to top mid really shakes it all up here. Apex will catch out exist, so that threat is gone, but NIP looking to try and catch on this.
And this is such a scary moment if you're an NIP fan, because if EnVy win this round, they probably get the next one too, and then they're right back in the game, exactly where they want to be. Get right, close range, shot down Happy though, and that is going to be the AWP gone. He even picks it up and just books. Now it's going to be 3 versus 2, and Kiyoshima and Apex trying to see if they can get back in here. Get right, holding the lower angle while the bomb is making its way up. This is a very strange round right now with about 50 seconds left.
This is some EnVy stuff coming out right now. They're both on opposite sides of the map, right? And if that bomb still has time to run all the way back here, but it's starting to cut it a little bit close. Kiyoshima messes up that flash. He's going to be trying to reset that, and there we go. Draws the attention of 2 of the players here for NIP. He has no idea that there's a man at his back, however. He's really looking to take this fight with Forrest, but slowly but surely behind him. Alu sneaking, lurking, putting shots through, and Kiyoshima somehow dodges it. He's buying even more time, and the bomb's been planted in the meantime.
How is Kiyoshima still? I get the headshot. Oh no, how could it be? Alu gonna go down, and now it's back into a 2 versus 2. That is ridiculous. Kiyoshima, he's gotta go and buy a lottery ticket after this. You've no right to be that fortunate. And Apex is gonna be taken down. Forest, a big giveaway from NIP so far. Get right, stealing the AWP, not gonna find the shot just yet. He misses it as well. And that is a huge loss here for NIP. An absolutely unforgivable round, and Envy, I mean, that is nuts.
Unreal. This man right here, Kiyoshima, how does he make that B-side happen? Alu not getting the shots with the Deagle. He's down to like 2 HP, and he still not only buys the time for Forest, well, it takes time away from Forest, rotating over to the A site, but gets the kill onto Alu as well. Huge round for the Frenchman. 5 on the board now. They're 1 away from getting that ideal number 6. And NIP again have to go for the force buy. Alu at least has that AWP that Get Right was able to save, and we'll see he's gonna go toe-to-toe, and he takes down Kenny to begin. But then the refrag comes in from Apex, and we're right back to a 4-on-4.
Grenade gonna rain in here on Forest, but he does just manage to walk out, which is important. And look at what they've got for the final round as well. One of them was the AWP. Crouch spray, crab walk in towards Forest, and he goes down. So really good opening here for Envy. And if they finish 9-6, then, I mean, it's not a disaster for NIP, but I would say then we're back to sort of almost square one. It's a fairly even game at that point, and that's not what NIP were gunning for, because they had such a good start. Freiburg here gonna go down as well. It's NBK cleaning up with a double kill, and Get Right alone 1 versus 4, and they even know where he is.
Yeah, right now it's just turning into a shooting gallery. Kiyoshima with the last headshot there, but I think the salt levels are going to be pretty high over on the Swede side. As they know they could have got at least 10-5, 11-4 out of that situation. To allow Envy to find themselves at the very end of the half, that's a loss of focus that is really tough to deal with. So, well, now NIP, they're going to have to decide what they want to go for on their T side. And, well, T side Mirage. Bit of a question mark. It's a bit of a question mark. I'm still looking to have that random element, I think, where they're going to be difficult to predict for Envy.
I'd love to see Nip try and go for like sort of a split into middle, where like a couple of people run underpass and a couple of people sort of wait top mid, then they try and crunch whoever is in middle, because it's not unlikely to end that
Apex.
Yeah, that Envy are going to be slightly aggressive in middle to begin with, because they want to take those USPS fights. So maybe you could try and like sandwich them in there, but. Either way, I want it to be sort of a fast round for NIP. I don't want to see them linger around and try with like big smoke executes and stuff like that. I feel like Envy are so aim heavy that if you try for those smoke executes stuff, it's going to be so difficult to try and pull through. So yeah, something pretty fast, I think, is what I'm looking for.
I think this pistol round is obviously going to be key, but not only obviously to get the big rounds, but to get the op early for either Alu or Kenny. Whoever gets that and is able to get some control in mid is going to be a real threat. So. Really, Envy, if they win the pistol, they're tied up with NIP, no problem, 9-9. If NIP win it, though, and they're able to get that op in Alu's hands, it's going to get real nasty here for the Frenchman. It's going to be really difficult for Kenny, if he gets caught in those force buy situations. But, well, there we go. Well, never mind. 1 headshot, 1 click onto Freiburg. In mid, and Kenny already starting off strong here for Envy.
And the rest of NIP, they were sort of setting up outside of the A-bomb side. Now they're trying to get in here. They need to get a little bit close with these Glocks to make it work. Apex mid-air, ridiculous headshot on Forest. Finally, Kenny's going to be going down to Get Right, but they need a lot more right now, NIP, and they've got to speed it up. Otherwise, backup is going to be coming in. Apex very low, and he goes down to Alu, so it's not done yet. It's now 2 versus 3. Nice shot from Get Right. Goes for more. Happy's going to be the last man left, and the bomb temporarily being delayed here as Happy's trying to get a little bit closer here in this 1 versus 2, and he's not got a kit picked up. Exist going to take him down, and NIP will bring it back all just at the brink. They lost some big opening frags there. Kenny and Apex just opening up with a kill each.
Yeah, beautiful work. At least at the beginning there. Apex and Kenny, strong starts, but then where the hell did Get Right and Alu come from to bring it back? Alu just decided to do the big work there, and now that's going to set him up prime. You can see he's floating on 2400. He's got everything he needs to go into this next round and just farm up kills. But of course, Envy in true Envy fashion, they go for the Kevlar force buy. No hesitation, even going for some of the cheek, putting Happy up in a bit of a nasty spot. If NIP push into this, they might actually run right into his Well, he's got the 5-7, not even the dig, so he's in a prime position to use this pistol.
Oh, the position is so good for Envy. This is such a nice read for the Frenchman, and this is exactly what they're so well known for. NIP, they've got to be a little bit lucky if they come out alive here. Alu gets one Freiburg, and there's Alu with the second kill. Happy Kyo actually gets 3 kills back, but it's not enough. Forest will clean it up, and NIP survive, albeit with 2 members. It's still enough. That's the Envy scare there.
Yeah.
And NIP survive it.
You know, now NIP, they should be in a prime spot. They're going to be able to get a full round of, basically a farm going. And what is this? Alu sitting on 68. Now he's just down to 42, but he started the round at 6,800. He's going to have his op no problem at all. Even with the MAC-10, he can keep farming up.
And this is also, I mean, almost like some vintage NIP stuff. We got Get Right and Forest top fragging. Actually, Forest with 1 kill up on Get Right here. So that's what you want to see if you're a NIP fan at this point. You definitely want to see those 2 players pulling their weight.
Looks like it's been a long time since we've seen Forest actually, you know, go ham. Just random shots, 1 dinks, Forest drops him down to 20. Those are just USP shots going through. NBK lurking though, this is big. He could be in the prime spot to deny the plant. Forest is so very low on HP. And there you go. Easy kill for NBK, picks up the first one, falls away. Apex and Kitchen not gonna be so lucky though. And now it is just down to Kenny. And he will get nothing in the round. So 12-6 now. And this is it, the big moment, Anders. And do we have enough money? No, we don't have enough money for an AWP for Kenny. It's going to be rifles across the board here for the Frenchman.
Interesting to see how they will adapt their playstyle now that Kenny doesn't have that AWP. They also don't have, you know, the benefit of Diffuse Kit right now, not to mention Molotovs. So if NIP play this round just a little bit slowly, then some of these smokes are going to be gone. And you know, an A push, for instance, is what they're setting up for now. It's going to be a lot easier, but it seems like they won't really wait that long.
Yeah, solid work here from NIP. Good choice. If they can go for a strategy that's going to guarantee them a bomb plant without any kit, Envy are going to be in a really tough spot. And, well, there's the smokes. Wall of smokes going down. Apex is the only man who has an answer for this. He's holding up close in a bit of an anti-rush situation, but Get Right takes his face off immediately. Man advantage now for NIP, and they're going to push right through. Get Right just gives himself up to Kenny, brings it back to a 4-on-4, and Forest just roasting him. He's going to get 2. What is this? Forest, they're literally throwing themselves in the flames to get away from him.
I have no idea what Kenny was just doing. Freiburg gonna take down MBK, and that's gonna be NIP not only 3 rounds away from taking a map away. What is looking like a very convincing fashion here so far. This was a huge round, and well, Envy, they're not gonna bend so easily. NBK buying a scout here, armor and 5-7 on Apex, and question is, are the rest gonna try and follow it up? No, they just try and even out their money a little bit. That is ridiculous. I mean, is it like Kenny Moth? Did he just turn into like a bit of an insect and drawn to the fire, the light?
Drawn to the light.
I have no idea what just went on.
I think Kenny hits a bit harder than a mosquito, but you gotta wonder. Oh, beautiful.
You wanted to jump scout MBK? Well, here's what's up. Forrest on the other side with an AK. And that's going to be obviously a huge letdown. Apex sneaking close into the middle, runs right into the open gun barrel of Get Right, and it ends swiftly as well. Now 5 vs 3 Kyo, looking for a headshot in the window, and it could have been a nice shot, but not quite going to connect. And I don't know, NIP, they seem strong. They even bounced back from having a disappointing finish to the first half.
They're just dissecting them right now, NIP. 1 kill after another. Kiyoshima does find Get Right eventually, but then Alu's in position to make sure that Kyo can't pick up that rifle, can't run away with it. They're still looking towards this B site, though, and Envy so far have gambled correctly, but as I say that, Kenny's life is over, and Happy, he's going to get checked. He at least trades up 1 for 1, but it's not going to be good enough to collect the round, and it's going to be a 14-6 scoreline now, essentially going into the last, well, I mean, into the home stretch here for NIP. Full buy, double AWP for Envy. This is the answer here for Envy. Yeah, that is sick. You can't go for those jumps anymore. You're going to get punished.
It's certainly a bit scary. He's setting up with a nice smoke.
Oh!
I was going to say that was nice. It obviously wasn't. He goes out the window, but they line up for Forest. He gets 1, and they know exactly where Apex is in the corner. Kiyoshima is going to go down, and that's very, very unfortunate. Forest charging through the smoke and trying for a 3rd one. Not quite going to get it, but the bomb is down. Look at NIP. They're just retreating. They say, fine, you can have the bomb site now, but you're never going to get a chance to defuse that bomb. They do have 2 smokes, but they've got 2 orbs as well trying to retake here. Envy, if they do this, they're going to be out of money and they'll lose the map 16-6 most likely, but it looks so far like they really want to try.
They're in a prime position, and now NBK is just going to go charging through. And this is the problem with playing a little bit too passively. And IP are just getting punished one after another. They fall, and an easy defuse coming through for NBK.
Wow.
Man advantage situation for NIP, and this is the problem as well. Without putting up a bit of a fight, at least challenging Envy, when it comes to just challenging that bomb defuse afterwards, it's not going to happen. Envy hit all of their shots. Look at this, despite this opening from Forest.
That timing was pretty much unreal. I'm really struggling to understand how NIP managed to throw this round away. I mean, great job on Envy on the retake there, but that was a little bit messy as well. Smoke gonna go up, and Kenny in the middle already eating a bit of grenade damage, and it's gonna get the shot easy on Alu. Give Kenny more than like 3 frames and he'll get the shot.
Yeah, he's wired tight right now. And there it is, the follow-up from Happy, who also hit some nice shots in the last round with that AWP. 2-man advantage now for Envy, tightening up the defense here on the B site, but they haven't rotated, they haven't over-rotated at all. They haven't seen where the bomb is playing from yet, so no reason to come off of that A site. Nice nade on to Get Right, just ringing his bells, dropping him down to 36. Oh, this isn't pretty, Anders. This is definitely a very solid round now for Envy. It's their round to lose.
The NIP economy actually is not that bad even if they lose this round. They still have sort of a little bit to work with, so I'd be interested to see how long they can keep buying. Forest.
Can he do it again? NBK is jumping right now. And Forrest just seems to be counting the pixels in the paint on the wall.
Taking a bit of a breather. Well, the bomb is obviously over at A, so maybe they're just trying for a bomb plant at this point in time. NBK.
Sit down, Forrest.
No time to play at all there. Instant headshot, and Get Right and Exist going to be left trying to see if they can at least make a little bit of an economy for their team. If they can make the bomb plant, that's going to be huge for them. Get Right might have to try and open it up with a frag here, but there's not really many targets, and well, the bomb is down, so now it really doesn't matter with 10 seconds left, and just trying to do what he can. Damage not going to be happening. It's a clean round for Envy. Triple for Kenny as well, who's playing quite well. He's 18 kills, trailing a little bit behind Forrest at 24, 19 on Get Right, and 18 on Alu. If I was NIP right now, I'd be thinking, we have quite a lot of buy rounds before Envy catch up to us. Let's try and throw some of those buy rounds into a really fast A push, something really easy, and not let Envy sort of play the aim game too much because they are so good at it.
Oh, right now, exactly. That last round, it all came down to that. Kenny starting off strong and ending strong with individual picks. So again, Kenny, and it's just like Happy and Kenny, they've got that crossfire established. The focus is going to be on mid. They don't want to let NIP get in here for free. So they are going to have to keep them on notice just a little bit. We still have Happy looking towards Delpen. That might turn a bit rough here for Freiburg if he goes for that peak. But NIP with 4 players in mid right now, they're just looking for somebody to get a little too overexcited on the Frenchman's side. I think Happy just barely spotted the man jumping past into ladder room. He hears it in any case, and now he has to make the gamble. Does he focus on ladder? Does he look towards short? Where is this guy hiding? At least he gets the info, but he's not going to find that frag.
Oh, and Alu sees it up there. That's such a scary jump. He actually spots out Happy, but still wants to go for the fight, and that's a great opening there. Apex going to be going down to Get Right. Bomb still on that side of the map as well, with about 40 seconds left. We're looking for now Kiyoshima and Kenny. They're both by CT spawn, a very smokable position, and Get Right has exactly 1 smoke left, so Kiyoshima is going to be moving into shadow, which is good news because Kenny won't be able to support him here.
Yeah, this is going to be the CT smoke, just bounced right in front of Kenny. Not going to have that impact. He's going to immediately jump up. Kiyoshima starts off strong. He takes out Freiburg, and he knows now nobody else coming in from the apartments. It's all through pit, and they're just going to go barreling up as Kenny gets caught by Alu. So man advantage now for NIP going into this bomb plant, and Happy taken out by Forrest. Forrest realizes in time he doesn't get the job done versus Keo, but it's still a man advantage for NIP with that bomb planted now, Anders.
I mean, this is great job from NIP. They shouldn't be losing this round. Once again, it's very hard to get out of those apartments. MBK missing a shot, trying again, but Exist will take him down, and now Kiyoshima just gonna have to back off. There's no way he's getting out of this one. He could try and see if he can get another kill, maybe snag someone who's walking away, but that's all it's going to be, and it won't even be that. Get Right with a double kill, and NIP making it to 15-8. It is match and map point here for the home team.
Yeah, they're just pummeling Envy right now. And Envy, after having a little bit of a break, you would think you were expecting, you didn't quite know what to expect out of him, and that's exactly the same thing for NIP. NIP, it just seems like This is a day when they're on, when they have nothing to fear. This is what they're capable of when they don't put that pressure on themselves. They just go in and have fun. And really, man, when Forrest and Get Right are both top fragging for you, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, but NIP even making some quite crucial mistakes in the first half, you know, with Alu missing all those shots over the B-bomb side. Those are the sort of things that I think, I mean, even just like a month ago, would have like mentally broken NIP, and they would have been devastated. Now they seem to bounce back pretty quickly. You know, a half that could have ended 12-3 in their favor turned into a 9-6 finish instead, and they still just keep on rolling. Well, 24 rounds in, Kenny up on the toll booth, trying to see if people have purchased their ticket into the A-bomb site, and so far it looks like they're all going to be at B instead, and it's going to be defending on that side of the map, NBK and Happy, and the NIP. I'm not liking the time they're leaving themselves here. This is a bit scary.
This is the usual duo, right? NBK looking towards short. Happy expecting some kind of backstab. They don't have any presence in mid at all, NB, so Happy has to worry. Bit of a spray there. He gets the headshot, NBK, but not the kill, and that's going to come down to Happy. He pins Freiburg to the wall, and he's still on this site. Can he actually get the timing right? Goes for it, and Forrest shuts him down. So now NIP, they've got control of the bomb site. It's going to come down to Kenny, but not going to work this time. Alu will find him, and it's down to Kiyoshima and Apex. Now the last two Frenchmen alive. There's no saving now, Anders. They have to go for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they could really do. Bomb ticking. They have a kit on Apex, but that's about it. He's going to spray down one, trying to click. Not quite going to work. Kiyoshima goes down, and that's NIP taking out Envy here. First match for them in the tournament, and it's 16-8 on Mirage. What an accomplishment.
Straight into the winner bracket match. And this is perfect. This is ideal now for NIP. Whoever's going to be going up against Envy in the lower bracket match, they're not going to be feeling too happy about this situation, about this turn of events. But it is great to see NIP on home turf once again at DreamHack going above and beyond.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we expect. And actually, just to bring a bit of history again, traditionally speaking, even at DreamHacks and everything else, even in Sweden playing, NIP have always had such a hard time with the group stage. That's where they usually show their weakest form. So quite impressive at the moment here. And you can tell, I think, from that crowd shot, just how many people actually show up to watch them play as well.
Yeah, they've always been a house filler. Like, exactly. It's just like people, I mean, so far, it's basically, you know, people are standing as far as the eye can see in the DreamHack Hall. It's like every seat taken. I mean, NIP, when they're on home turf like this. Yeah, rip and baguette, right? It's like, not only rip and baguette, but still, NACSGO.
Yeah, we're not going to let them forget. Didn't you guys also lose that 3-3 in San Jose? Seem to.
You realize we're on a platform, Anders.
Yeah, it's one push and I'm home.
You want to talk about this? You sure?
I'll keep it low. I'll keep it low. Instead, I think we're going to go onto the stage and have a word with Exist and Pala.
Exist, congratulations on that match. The home crowd going wild for you guys. How's that feel?
Feels great. I mean, we expected to win. We feel good right now.
Oh, so you were confident going in then? Because speaking to Get Right beforehand, he wasn't necessarily complete like, yeah, we're going to take this, you know? But you're saying that you were confident.
I mean, Envy is a good team, of course, but we feel in good shape right now, and yeah.
Yeah, he did say that you guys have been practicing, you know, there's been a bit more structural practice, you've been practicing more, I don't know, religiously, just you've been practicing more thoroughly, is that correct?
I mean, what we have tried to do is like get more valuable practice than like practicing a lot. Like when we practice, we make sure to do it the right way.
I think something that you guys have been criticized about recently a bit is the fact that sometimes you lose your heads in game. You know, you lose the chemistry a bit, and then you just tilt and you lose a match from kind of like one single moment. Do you feel you're past that? Do you agree with that? And do you feel you're past that?
I mean, it comes down to trusting your teammates and like being comfortable with them. And we had a big talk like a month ago or something about that. And I think everyone feels that their teammates respect each other in our team. So I think that's a big part why now we can make comebacks or stuff like that. So.
Bringing it back to this specific match, did you have a particular game plan going in against EnVyUs, or was it more just a case of you guys executed exactly what you guys wanted to do as NIP?
Well, we kind of expected to play Cobble or Inferno, but they banned Terrain. When we saw that it was Mirage, we kind of was like, okay, we're gonna win this. So.
Okay, and so final thing before I let you go, how important is it for you as a team performing at this sort of level? Thanks very much, Ollie. Performing at this level in front of a home crowd?
I mean, we have always played pretty good at DreamHack. I feel like it's like our second home, and we have a lot of fans here. So yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Exist. And thank you, crowd, for being so wonderful as well. You can run off now, so appreciate that. We are going to head off to a commercial break, but before that, do not forget to check out our wonderful sponsors app, The Score Esports. You can check out all the latest live updates to any esport event going on and an awesome bunch of news. But now to that commercial break.